Thomas Edward Lawrence, a name whispered in the desert winds, born in Tremedog, Wales on August 16, 1888. He was a man of many talents, an archaeologist, a military officer, a diplomat, a writer. His life, a tapestry woven with threads of adventure, intrigue, and ultimately, tragedy. Lawrence's story takes us from the hallowed halls of Oxford University to the scorching sands of the Arabian desert. He is best known as Lawrence of Arabia, a title bestowed upon him for his daring exploits during the First World War. But Lawrence was more than just a soldier. He was a scholar with a deep fascination for the Middle East. His archaeological work gave him an intimate knowledge of the region. This knowledge would prove invaluable in the years to come. Lawrence's life was a complex and contradictory one. He was a man torn between his Western upbringing and his deep affinity for the Arab people. A man who achieved extraordinary things yet longed for anonymity. Join me now as we retrace the steps of this enigmatic figure. Let us delve into the life and times of T.E. Lawrence, Lawrence of Arabia. Thomas Edward Lawrence's early life was unconventional. Born out of wedlock, he was one of 5 sons raised by Sarah Junner and Thomas Chapman. Chapman, an Anglo-Irish aristocrat, had abandoned his former life to live with Lawrence's mother. Young Thomas, known as Ned to his family, displayed a thirst for knowledge early on. He excelled in his studies, particularly in history. This passion for the past would shape the course of his life. Lawrence attended Oxford University, where he studied history. He focused on medieval military architecture. He developed a keen interest in the Crusades. His studies ignited within him a fascination for the Middle East. Little did he know that this region would one day become his second home. After graduating from Oxford, Lawrence embarked on a journey to the Middle East. He joined an archaeological expedition. This expedition was sponsored by the British Museum. Their destination was Carchemish. Carchemish was an ancient Hittite city located in present-day Syria. Lawrence thrived in this environment. He relished the challenges of excavation. He immersed himself in the local culture. He learned Arabic. He befriended the Bedouin people. These experiences would prove invaluable in the years to come. Lawrence's archaeological work was not merely academic. It was during these years that he developed a deep understanding of the region. He learned its history, its customs, and its people. He came to admire the Bedouins' courage and their fierce independence. These were qualities he would later admire in their fight against Ottoman rule. A Desert War Lawrence and the Arab Revolt. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 changed the course of Lawrence's life. He joined the British Army. He was assigned to the intelligence service in Cairo. His knowledge of the Middle East made him a valuable asset. In 1916, the Arab revolt against Ottoman rule began. Lawrence was dispatched to Arabia, his mission to support the Arab forces. He quickly earned the respect of the Arab leaders. He adopted their dress and customs. He became a skilled desert warrior. Lawrence played a pivotal role in the Arab revolt. He helped to unite the Arab tribes. He devised brilliant military strategies. He participated in daring raids against the Ottoman Turks. His most famous exploit was the capture of the port of Aqaba in 1917. This victory helped to pave the way for the Allied advance into Palestine. A life remembered, Lawrence's legacy. After the war, Lawrence returned to England a hero. He was awarded the Distinguished Service Order and the Order of the Bath. But war had taken its toll. Lawrence was deeply affected by the violence he had witnessed. He was disillusioned by the political machinations that followed the war. Lawrence sought solace in writing. He penned his most famous work, 7 Pillars of Wisdom. This book recounted his experiences during the Arab Revolt. It became a literary sensation. Lawrence died tragically in 1935 at the age of 46. He was involved in a motorcycle accident. Despite his untimely death, Lawrence's legacy lived on. He remains a legendary figure. He is remembered for his courage, his intellect, and his deep understanding of the Arab world. His life and exploits continue to capture the imagination. They inspire generations of readers, historians, and adventurers alike. Call to action, like and subscribe Emgotvhistory Warfare for more stories.